Hi, my name is Dr. Kerry Tapuzian, and this is Ask Dr. T. Today's question is, what should I be eating? Well, I'll tell you right now, the answer is not Taco Bell. But let's talk about some things that you should be eating. One of the most common problems I see is that people, they just don't eat enough protein. I'll talk to patients, and they'll tell me what they eat over a given day, and they'll start out in the morning, and they'll have cereal, maybe they'll have some instant oatmeal, maybe they won't eat anything, maybe a bagel with some cream cheese. Then they go to lunch and they have a salad, and then maybe for dinner they'll have a steak or some type of meat, a baked potato, some cooked vegetables, and then later on at night they'll have a snack of some light popcorn, if you will. Most people, they just don't eat enough protein. And let me give you some examples, because that's usually the next question, is people say, well, all right, what do I eat then? And here's some examples for breakfast. And it doesn't necessarily have to be just for breakfast. It could be for lunch or for snacks. But for example, eggs. Eggs are an extremely high in protein. And if you're worried about your cholesterol, just remember it's a fallacy. Eggs do not increase your cholesterol. Okay? The type of eggs are important too. You want to get free-range eggs. You don't want to get the kind that are grain-fed. Okay? Cage-free. You want them out roaming around, eating insects or whatever they naturally do. Whey protein powder, which you can make into a drink. And also they have whey protein bars that you can have in the morning if you've got to get out of the house really quick. Grab one of those. Smoked salmon, preferably wild Alaskan salmon. Or you could go with fresh wild Alaskan salmon. Roasted turkey cold cuts. Fresh edamame, and if you're not sure what those are, they're actually soybeans that are still in the pods. You can buy them in the frozen section of health food stores. And regular stores as well, grocery stores. Take some plain yogurt, add some ground flaxseed to it, and maybe some coconut flour, which is also very high in protein. Sardines, I know you may not want to eat them, but they're high in protein and they're good for your brain as well. Tofu, nuts of any kind, seeds of any kind, and if you're in a pinch, Canadian or turkey bacon. Now, as far as eating organic or eating conventional foods, which ones should you do? And you don't have to eat everything organic, but there are certain foods that you should definitely eat organic. We've got a list over here. These are foods that don't necessarily have to be organic, and there's a much larger list than these, but we're just naming the top 10 here. And these are the foods that absolutely should be organic. What they did was they did a study that showed the number of pesticides, herbicides that were actually in all of these different foods. And as you can see the numbers down here, we've got actually up to 50 different pesticides and herbicides are found in apples that are not organic. But let's start up here. And actually, let's start from the bottom, because these are the ones that have the least pesticides. Onions, avocado, frozen sweet corn, pineapples, mango, frozen sweet peas, asparagus, kiwi, bananas, and cabbage. These are things that, you don't necessarily have to buy organic. Down here, peaches are the worst. Apples, sweet bell peppers, celery, nectarines, strawberries. Okay, strawberries definitely, absolutely, they have to be organic. They actually use a fungicide on strawberries that mimics certain hormones in your body. Cherries, lettuce, grapes, specifically imported grapes, and pears. Okay, definitely should all be organic. And FYI, we just got a couple things down here. If you should try to stay away from candy and chocolate, but if you have to have something, recommend dark chocolate, because it will actually increase your good cholesterol. And if you have to drink, red wine is probably the best because it's the highest in antioxidants. Let's go to page 2. This is a list of these are all bad. They're foods that have a high glycemic index. And what that means is that they are just very easily digestible. Your body doesn't have to do anything. They just turn to sugar just like that. Now let's just go through a couple of them real quick. We've got hamburger buns, raisins, macaroni, cream of wheat, Life cereal, muesli cereal. Again, all of these things have been pre-digested for you. Pineapples, unfortunately. Grape nut cereals. Puffed wheat cereal. Stoned wheat thins. Soft drinks. Candy. Should I keep going? English muffins, shredded wheat, white potato, dried fruit, graham crackers, bagels, honey, Cheerios, cereal. Yes, unfortunately, Cheerios are on here too. And the list goes on, okay? Anything that, if you will, has already been digested for you, comes in a box, chances are it's going to increase your sugar levels, and it's just not good for you. Some other things on here, again, try to stay away from fast foods. Anything that says instant, it's been digested for you. I know oatmeal is good for you, but you should be, excuse me, you should be eating the steel-cut oatmeal or the Irish oatmeal because it's got all the nutrients still in it, and your body has to digest it. If you're going to eat bread, the best bread to eat is called Ezekiel bread. It can be found at the grocery stores in the frozen section. Ezekiel, just like out of the Bible, it's a specific recipe that it's sprouted bread. And it takes a little bit longer for your body to digest. Anything that says fat-free, including yogurt, stay away from it because basically what they've done is they've added sugar to it to help with the taste. Aspartame, again, should stay away from this because it's a sweetener, it's a sugar substitute, but it also has a lot of side effects. And whenever you're shopping at a grocery store, the best thing to do is just to shop on the periphery of the grocery store. Stay away from the inside because everything that's on the outside, just think about it, is what's naturally occurring. Now, I have a lot of trouble trying to figure out what to eat too. And there's a great book that I'm going to recommend. It's called 150 of the Healthiest Foods on Earth. It was written by Johnny Bowden, Bowden. And you can get this on Amazon.com. But it's great because it'll just go through and it'll just give you different ideas of different things that you can eat that are healthy. Any questions out there? Oh, right there. There's a question. Well, you can email me at askdrt@gmail.com. Or you can go to our website, www.cfhll.com. My name's Dr. Kerry Topouzian, and this has been Ask Dr. T.